What's going on, Wacky Cat? I'm gonna talk about the island. I'm gonna talk about the elephant in the room that a lot of us are concerned about, and that's the microtransaction, the digital currency. What's digital currency? Digital currency is used to buy with real money coins in the video game world, and then you can buy real things in the video game world. You use real money, boom, bam, boom, exchange. Now, they call loot boxes in other games. 2K is not the only ones that's done this. This has been around for a good while. You have RPG games, we have loot boxes. I just recently was playing Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinity Wealth, great RPG game, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I spent like not too much, $50-$60 on upgrading to get the edge and buying digital currency to spend in the game because I enjoy the game. Now, I don't know exactly who invented digital currency to skip different aspects of the game. The traditional way of video games is to grind it out, earn the coins in the video game, and then spend it on different upgrades. So what digital currency mostly does, it gives you an advantage and it upgrades you quicker than what the game normally does or normally would. So I would think to myself that this currency started off with good intentions, right? I don't know who started it. I don't feel like researching it, but I don't think it was 2K that started this thing. I mean, so many game developers do the digital currency, the loot boxes, and it has been a problem with some companies over the years. They took advantage of it. But I think it started off with good intentions, where you have people, but that they might have a game developer that said, hey, instead of playing hours and hours of a certain aspect, and if you want this sword in the video game, how about you skip all that tedious work of doing that just to get that one item, give us money, then we give you coins or tokens or currency in the game to go ahead and skip all that grinding. Just give us the money. And a good concept, if it's at a reasonable price, then hey, that's cool. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's a good idea for the consumer and the seller. Is to exchange like that. Yeah, I ain't got to do all that work. I just give me the game. A lot of these games had, SmackDown Mall, the shop, these little, but currencies. But this before the internet, for real. And so and the internet was connected to your console, so you had to go ahead and do the hard work and grind it out, play the game, and earn it. These days, you can just give us the money, get the item. And that's kind of a gift and a curse too, because you're kind of skipping. You're not really playing the video game like it was meant to be played. But then again, I love the fact that you don't have to. I'd rather pay to unlock characters rather than to grind. It's to each his own. Some people like to grind it out and unlock the character. You feel like accomplished after you take your time and play the game and get the rewards. So here we are today, and the sentiment of digital currency is changed between the consumer, because now the lines are blurred of, is this taking advantage of the player or is this helping the player? Now, some video games, it's more seen than others. I forgot, there's this RPG game that came out a couple of years ago, and it had so many loot boxes pay to play mechanics in it that it was straight up obvious. It was so obvious. Not with 2K games. This is another video game. This is an RPG game that came out years ago. I don't know what it was. I don't remember the game, but what it was making the game so difficult to earn different achievements, to get the tokens, to get the coins, to get the gear, that it basically forced you to get the digital currency. It was so unfair. It was so, like, it was obvious. Like, listen, it's gonna take me forever if I don't get this currency and spend it on this new weapon in the game. So I have to give them my money and get the currency. And that's where I think the turn shift, and I think the consumer started to realize, like, wait a minute, some of you guys may be taking advantage of us, making the game harder than what it needs to be to earn the currency. And now we have to pay you because we don't have all day. Then you put in the conversation of competitiveness. Now you have online. Now you're competing with other players like NBA 2K. You're playing each other in the park. So now, if I'm not as strong as you are, you're going to wipe the floor with me. So to compete with you, this person is willing to spend digital currency, a lot of it. This person's not. And you coming into the or not my rise, the neighborhood in 2K, in NBA 2K, and you're no match for me because I was able to spend the currency. You don't have enough time to grind it out. But I skipped all that and I used digital currency. So that's where you have the peer pressure at times, but not real peer pressure. It's a decision where it's more options of, okay, well, now it's not just now if I want to compete with other players, now I kind of have to spend the currency because I don't have time to be playing this game. I mean, how many hours I got to spend? I got to do other things in life. I really, you know what, skipped all that. Because this is a fast-paced life we do other things. We're trying to juggle it all, and a lot of us just skip the grinding and just get straight to, okay, well, just give me, I'll buy all this currency. Digital currency now is not forced now. Now the lines are blurred of what is it right or wrong, but it's not. They don't force you to buy it. Now they advertise it a lot though. I will tell you that they advertise it. Look, here it is. You can use it to spend, and I don't think it's going away because a lot of people like digital currency, believe it or not. Even though a lot of us are starting to complain and say, yo, this is outrageous, there are a quiet majority of us that is kind of be like irritated a little bit, but we're going to spend the money. Yeah, give me the currency. In fact, I'm one of the people that will say I'd rather have digital currency than not have it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really busy. I don't have time to be playing these games all day long, grinding it out. Just if I see something in the island, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I walk around this island and I see something that I like, a mask or a clothes, and I'm just gonna spend the currency. Here, how much you call? Not $20. Here, take the coins. Give me the money. Take the game because I don't have time. I'd rather have digital currency, not have it. I think what the problem is for a lot of people though is we're trying to determine, are they making the games harder to attain these gears, these things you buy in these games, and they making it harder to obtain? Listen, we know, I ain't gonna say we know, but we can speculate that they want us to buy the currency. We can speculate that. I mean, a lot of us say, yeah, they want us to spend all our money on currency. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, in my opinion, yeah, they're gonna keep advertising it. They're gonna show you, look, here it goes. There, if you want to buy it, there's different price ranges. You want to buy the currency, there you go. And some of us gonna go all out. Yeah, I want, but I wish we had a sheet, a list of how many people buying the currency. And I guarantee, I mean, I ain't gonna say I guarantee you, but listen, there's gonna be a lot of people that buy the digital currency. Man, this is gonna be a lot of people. And we could complain, and we're going to complain, and we're going to gripe, and there's nothing wrong with that, because there needs to be balance. Because if they are making the games harder and making it absolutely impossible to get the currency the old-fashioned way, playing the game, and they're making it extremely long, then they do need to be called out. And they may, I'm not saying 2K, I'm not saying any video game that's doing this, that uses currency or loot boxes, they may dial it back. Like, okay, like a developer's making a game, and they see people on social media complaining about the loot boxes. They may have a meeting and say, listen, yo, we need to maybe dial it back a little bit, make it a little easier for them to get the currency, because they are saying, and I think they are saying, we make the game harder, and we don't want to have a reputation like that. So let's be a little fair. So we need to look at that. Is the way we're gaining the currency fair? The amount of time, is it not a reasonable? Island, I think it's a great concept. I'm excited about it. I'm not going to let digital currency make me mad. I'm not. I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I like it, if I like the island and I'm feeling it, then I'm gonna spend the digital currency. If I want to make my superstar strong, and if they, upgrade them, put different masks on it. Now I may not, now this is the new mode for 2K. Now I may not go crazy, spend like $100, $200, $300 or nothing like that. I don't even know if it's worth spending that much. But I'm not going to do that. But if a little bit of money here, maybe $10, because I'm enjoying the game, I can do it the old-fashioned way. But I'm glad digital currency is in video games. But like I said, that's not the problem. I think the problem is, are they overselling the digital currency to make us get it? Like, are they making the game harder on purpose? That's the problem. And I don't know for certain with certain games. Like I said, that one RPG game, or a couple of RPG games that came out back in the day, not too long ago, maybe a couple of years ago, was called out, and called out severely, because they was obviously taking advantage of people with their loot boxes. They was like, no, this is absolutely ridiculous. The old-fashioned way it takes me to get certain weapons in the game is taking too long. You are forcing my hand. You keep plastering the digital currency. Buy the digital currency. Buy the digital currency. It's taking too long. Well, they don't say all that, but they say, it's playing mind games. You're like, okay, man, I just gotta buy it. And about time you know it, you done draining your bank account with buying currency. And you're kind of like in your head, well, dang, I already bought the video game. The video games are getting expensive. I've already bought that. And now I have to buy the digital currency. I think the developers need to make it a point of reference to say, listen, you don't have to buy the currency, but you can buy the currency. I think they need to do that, because it feel like some of us, they may feel like we're obligated to buy it. Well, I have to buy it because I got to make him stronger to compete with that guy. Like I said, this is going to be going on for a while now, until there's proof and there's worldwide evidence that they are making these games difficult to earn the coins in the open world of these video games, and there's not enough people, if there's a lot of people saying it, then we're going to maybe see some changes. But they do need to be balanced. And I think that's what most of the people are saying that say they don't like digital currency or the microtransactions, is that you need to be balanced. Like, some people can see different things. That's why some people say, I may not be able to see certain things, but you may be able to say like, man, no, man, this is BS. They taking advantage of us. And I may be looking at it this way. You may be looking at it that way. I mean, both may be right. But I think we both agree, whether you like the currency, the microtransaction or not, it needs to be balanced. And to say that you like microtransactions, I mean, the word microtransactions don't even sound right. It doesn't sound like a good word. Don't sound like a good exchange. But it is what it is. These games, you already bought the game. If I already buy the game, you shouldn't be pushing too hard as a game developer. Not to say they're doing this, but you shouldn't be pushing too hard as a game developer to be making us. We just bought the game. You just got the cash. Now, look, give us some more money. Give us some more. I don't like with the begging out aspect of it. If the games that they're making and they're constantly begging here, because there was one game that I had. It wasn't a 2K game. It was one game I had. I don't know. It was Far Cry 6. Or one of the games I had. And every time I turned the game on, it kept showing me the microtransactions. I had to keep, every time you had to keep quitting the screen. Microtransactions. Here, buy this, get this many tokens. When they start doing that, that's when I start to look at them like sideways, like, man, y'all kind of, I don't know, y'all pushing this too hard right now. I don't like this. Y'all already bought the game now. I understand it's an option for me to buy it, and you may be reminding me here and there, but to constantly keep shoving it in my face, microtransaction, get this, you can get this, we got a deal going on, you give us $30, this is the best value, and all this other stuff, then I start to be like, all right, man, I don't like where this is going. But there needs to be people that call these things out, but call it out. And I don't think it should be a huge, we should lump everybody in the same boat. Call each developer out individually, like, okay, you taking this ain't right, or you guys to do it, like, you do a balance. You know, I earned the VC in the game at a reasonable pace. What in this game over here, oh man, it takes forever. So anyway, yeah, man, tell me what you think about VC. Tell me what you think about microtransactions. That's why I try not to use the word microtransactions, because the word microtransactions just sounds horrible. Microtransactions, it just sounds like a money draining word, you know. But anyway, that's it for this video. I'm Wacky Cat. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'm out.